I saw someone ask, why is it that racism is starting to be ramped up? Why is it that white people are more unhappy now that they've gotten everything they've wanted with, granted, gas prices is up, food prices are up, but, 300,000 black women have been laid off. The black unemployment rate is 7%. They got all the black people, the welfare, they didn't cut the food stamps. DEI has been repealed. They can go and be racist. They're giving a fund to the January 6th. Like, in theory, all of the racist things that Trump has promised them has come into fruition. All of the economic things, no, but all the racist things that they have been so excited to get, and they're deeply unhappy. And they are lashing out. They're driving up to black people, calling them niggers. They are coming up and trying to intimidate black people. They are so fucking unhappy. And they got the man that they wanted as president. Let me tell you why. It's because they got what they wanted. And the reality of what an abject failure a lot of them are is staring them in the face, and they can't stand it. They thought black people were going to get fired from these highfalutin jobs that these uppity Negroes didn't deserve. And they were going to, with their high school diploma, walk in and take a job that a black person with an MBA, a black person with a doctorate had. They thought that they were just going to walk in and become professors, wealth management managers, investment bankers. They thought that they had to do absolutely, that they were just going to open the door wide open for them because they were white, that the companies were going to open up the doors wide open. Meanwhile, companies are basically firing everybody and laying people off because of the AI. And the reality of that, Trump then plucked me out of my podunk town with my high school education and give me this big job. And they still seeing some black people driving around in BMWs. They still see black people excelling in some careers. They are pissed off. Also, the reason why they're pissed off is that they're seeing black people not truly give a fuck. They are seeing black people, black women resting. They're not seeing black people storm the streets. They had an expectation. They had a fantasy that black people were going to storm the streets, start burning down stores in their neighborhoods, start flipping cars and standing on cars, and that they were going to be the cow-ridden houses with their machine guns and come into these black neighborhoods that black people are tearing down and start shooting black people at carte blanche because they knew they were going to get off because Kyle Rittenhouse got off. And then Donald Trump was going to pardon them just like he's pardoning January 6ers. They didn't get their fantasy. And they're seeing black people survive. They're seeing black people still laugh. They saw black people trail dancing and with the fans and making up new dances on TikTok and still living life in spite of Donald Trump. And it has made them angry because they're fucking miserable. They thought that Donald Trump being in the White House was going to give them a happiness and pride in being white, when the reality is their lives are actually worse under his presidency than under Biden. They're paying more for groceries, more for gas than they did under Biden. Farms are suffering more under Trump than they under Biden. They're watching their jobs, the little jobs that they had, be taken away by AI, and they had more employment opportunities under Biden than they had under Trump. And they're angry. And they're angry that they don't see us suffering as much as they're suffering. They want to see us sad with our heads hanging low and shuffling in the street. They want to see hundreds of black people lining the street in homelessness. They're not seeing it. They are seeing immigrants being rounded up and put in these detention centers, and they know they're being tortured, but yet they're not feeling any joy about it. Like, they thought that a small brown child being tortured and raped in a prison system was going to somehow translate to their little white, blue-eyed, neurodivergent child being happy. They really did. They really thought that somehow the torture and pain of the minority was somehow going to translate into their joy, and that didn't happen. And they're fucking miserable. And so they're going back to their playbook of Obama because we got too fucking uppity when Obama was president. Oh, we were some uppity Negroes then, and they felt like they needed to humble us, and they were more outwardly racist towards black people because they felt the need to humble us. And now that they got everything that they want, they feel yet again they don't know what else to do, but they feel like they just need to humble us. And when we're still not giving them what they want, like, okay, call me a nigga, and what else? And it's not breaking us down. It's not tearing our spirit down. And people are still dancing and going to Beyonce concerts, and we still live in Bruno Mars. We're still fucking living our lives. And it is making them fucking angry. And they don't have anybody to blame. They can't blame the Democrats because the Democrats don't hold the House or the Senate. They can't blame the Supreme Court because they hold the Supreme Court. They can't blame the administration because they have the administration. This is the first time that poor white people have to actually look in the mirror and realize they are the reason that they are poor. They are the reason that they have voted themselves, continuously voted for Republicans, and they have voted for their poverty. They have voted for their misery. They are responsible. They are their own reason why they don't have a college education. There is no external factors because they are the majority. They have voted for the people to keep them down. And they truly wanted to blame black people. They truly wanted to blame the migrants. And now that they cannot, now that it's impossible to not see that it's not the migrants, it's not the black people. They don't want to accept that it is the Republican Party that they at their own hands have voted for. They cannot accept personal responsibility. White people have it is something in their epigenetics that they can't accept personal responsibility. White women will resort to white women tears when it comes to HR and them being aggressive towards a black person. They will not accept personal responsibility. They must be the victim. And they are coming to their realization that black people are the chosen people. They have always thought that white people are the chosen people, that God has chosen them. And I'm not saying black people are chosen people in this weird ass black Israelite way. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about when it comes to black people have experienced the absolute worst that humankind has to offer humankind. We have experienced the worst violence. We have experienced cannibalism. We've experienced slave masters punishing black slave women by making the black slave women hang their own children and then hanging those black women as well. We have witnessed, they have forced black incest. They have forced brothers and sisters to breed to create strong slaves. We have experienced the worst out of all races on this earth, and yet we rise. And they are now seeing in real time, again, that black people are the true chosen people, that black people are the true superior people, and they can't fucking take it.
She's literally the dumbest black woman on the internet right now. Like, she has won that award. She's literally the dumbest black woman on the internet. Let me get this straight. You're literally saying that because you keep throwing these, if words have meaning, right? Why do you keep just saying white people as if white people did not vote for Obama? White people do not vote on the left today. Like, you started with MAGA, then you keep just saying white people. Like, if you're talking about MAGA, then consistently talk about MAGA. Okay, because when you say white people, those people on the left, they are a part of that group too. They are part of white people. So when you sit there and just say, well, white people haven't, you're saying that even MAGA, the purpose of them voting for Trump was so black people cannot succeed. So black people can sit there and be miserable and be the inferior race. And then you say there's a superior people. To who? In what way are black people superior? I don't understand that part. Like, how superior, how? Because it don't matter. You done been through some stuff and now you continue to smile and laugh. Good. You should. Like, that means nothing. Like, how many times did she, I wish I might put a counter up here on how many times she's lied or just given out misinformation. Like when she did the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, it was like, you don't even know what happened. Like, did you look into the case at all? Like, did you really see what happened with the Kyle Rittenhouse case? It's insane. And then she was sitting and say, black people have been through the worst in humankind. This is why I say, y'all, people do not do they research. They do not do their research. This black chick got on here and got on the TikTok and just start talking. Just lashing out at white people. She is beyond racist. Like, I'm not even sure there's a name for what she just was. She's not even racist. She's beyond that. Like, you can't even just call her racist. She's beyond racist. Okay? This is an evil, hateful person who think black people are above you. So to all the white people that's going to see this and see her video, she thinks she's above you. Okay? She thinks she's above you. All right? But just to get into a few, because I like how people always, and especially, it's always a thing with black people too. Black people always think slavery was the worst thing that ever happened to anybody, any race, right? But they forget about certain things that didn't happen, right? So let's just go to a few, right? The Armenian genocide, right? So where that was the Ottoman Empire systematically annihilated its minority Armenian population. And that involved mass deportations, death marches into the Syrian desert, mass executions, starvation over the deaths over 1 million people. Now, she will sit there and say, now, they have been in the worst. It sounds like they were almost the same. We got the Rwandan genocide. Man. Over the course of approximately 100 days, extremists, Hutu militias systematically slaughtered an estimated 800,000 ethnic Tutsis and moderate Hutus. The genocide was marked by intense propaganda, state-sponsored violence, and widespread civilian participation. And then we got the Holocaust. I don't think I even need to go to that. Now, I'm never one to sit there and try to debate who had it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like my tragedy versus I never do a tragedy battle, okay? But I do like to put in facts, okay? The fact is, we can't keep sitting here saying that slavery was the worst thing. And it may have been the worst thing that happened to black people. And it didn't. Here's the thing, too. A lot of black people, especially like her, want to act like slavery was only for black people. When that wasn't true. There was slavery in the Roman Empire. There was slavery even before that. There was slavery. Okay, there's been slavery all over. There's so many places slavery existed. And it wasn't just black people. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, I'm out. I feel like I'm good on my own. Don't need nobody beside me.